Good day, I am Alyssa May Simplina. You can call me Alyssa and I am 23 years old.
I graduated in 2016 with a bachelor's degree in business management. After that, I worked for 2.5 years as a projects administrator, and now I am pursuing my love of food through studying culinary arts at Magsaysay Center for Hospitality and Culinary Arts. I am applying for an international culinary internship to gain more knowledge, diversify my skill set, and gain more experience in the kitchen that will allow me to be more globally competitive in the culinary industry. In addition to that, I see this as a stepping stone towards achieving my personal and career goals. In this video, I am going to cook steak with sautéed mushrooms, crispy baby potatoes, and sweet potato puree. This dish is from one of my favorite Japanese restaurants here in the Philippines. I think that this is a very simple dish, but the combination of flavors and textures is amazing. For the ingredients, we need the truffle oil, ponzu sauce, heavy cream, shiitake mushrooms, spring onions, baby potatoes, sweet potatoes, ribeye steak, salt, pepper, butter, and oil. Before anything else, we need to make sure that our vegetables are washed and clean. Now we're going to proceed with the peeling and chopping of vegetables. So here I'm just peeling the sweet potatoes before cutting. Now we're gonna cut these into cubes. They don't have to be perfect because we are going to puree these anyways. Cutting the sweet potatoes into smaller sizes will make them cook faster. For the baby potatoes, we're just going to slice this as thin as possible. A mandolin slicer would be ideal for this, but we don't have one at home. This is called the rondel cut. The definition of the word rondel means round or circular. So we're gonna place these in a bowl of water. And then we're going to add a little bit of salt. And then we're just gonna let it sit for a while. For the shiitake mushrooms, we're just going to remove the stems. And then we're going to slice it thinly. Transfer the mushrooms to a bowl and then set aside. For the spring onion, we're just going to chop this nicely because we're going to use this to garnish our dish later. Then we're going to transfer this again for later use. Here are our ingredients prepped and ready for cooking. For our boiled potatoes, we need a pot, sweet potatoes covered with water. We are going to let it boil until fork tender. While waiting for the sweet potatoes to boil, we are now going to start sautéing the shiitake mushrooms. In a pan, put in the oil, followed by the shiitake mushrooms. And then when they are nice and golden brown, we can now add some salt to taste. Set aside and then we'll proceed with the steak. First, we are going to pat the excess moisture out of the steak. And then we're gonna season the steak with salt and pepper on both sides before searing. So now we have a pan here, and before searing the steak, we have to make sure that the pan is really hot. And now we can put our oil. Now we're gonna put our steak. Always start away from me. So while waiting for the steak to brown nicely, we are now going to check our sweet potatoes. So just get one, and so it's already pork tender. We can now turn this off.
Now it's time to turn over our steak. And then sear the sides as well.
Then we're going to add butter. And the corn juice.
And then we're going to baste our steak.
Now we're gonna transfer it in a plate. And just let it rest for at least 5 minutes.
I have drained off the water from the sweet potatoes, so now we're gonna place it in the blender.
And then we're gonna add butter and some heavy cream.
A little bit of salt, and then we're gonna blend. Transfer it to a bowl and then set aside.
So now for the baby potatoes, we are just going to drain and then pat it dry so it won't splatter when you put it in.
Oil here is already hot enough, so now we're gonna fry our baby potatoes until they're nice and golden brown. Remove with a slotted spoon and then drain on paper towels. After resting the meat, slice it thinly or into bite-sized pieces. For the doneness, I like my steak from medium to medium well.
Here we have everything ready for plating. First is the sweet potato puree, followed by the sautéed mushrooms, the sliced steak, drizzle with some truffle oil, add the baby potatoes and sprinkle with some spring onions. And now we're done. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope to hear from you soon.